Welcome. Um, welcome in. Um, sorry, I was trying to insert um information into my salary app. But welcome. I don't know. I'm having okay. Hope I'm not leaned in. Oh, weirdly. Okay, I'm good. Thank you. Um, my thing is. So I got these cups because I love fat tigers, and I wanted my tea pet to match, so I scoured the internet for Paya here. His name's Paya. He's my little buddy. White chocolate. Boo. Lion Buckets. I think I have somewhere like online. I haven't like seen them in person. I don't really go out too much. Um, but I have seen some online. They're really cute. That's okay. Some sort of rice crunchy cookie thing that is white chocolate. I'm not like the biggest fan of white chocolate. It's a very rare occasion that I will eat something with white chocolate that I like. On stream, I figure out how to add it. Um, so I'm just playing through Spotify, and then you have to do what is it? It's like uh capture application, like in OBS. It's like capture application sound audio, and then you have it select that it picks up the audio from Spotify, and then you have to like go through the settings and separate it so that the it doesn't copyright strike. Because before I was just doing what is it? I was just doing like desktop audio. And so if it was catching anything that was copyright struck, it just muted the VOD. So you have to like go in and set it up so that the music isn't recorded, and that way the VODs won't be muted. It'll be a while to figure that out because I'm. But the little thing in the corner is just some uh widget I found online. I need to mess with it to make it easier to read. Because sometimes it's that's my own fault. I I had to like mess around with stuff. I just had to like sit down and redo that one day. But like I live in a potato. Yeah. I have a better mic. that I use for like normal streaming, but for this one, my setup for these streams are they're really weird. So, um, everything is being run on my computer, which is on the second floor, but everything is on the first floor. Uh, the camera is an old phone that I'm using an app called Droid Cam, and then it's just using it like a webcam. Uh, I have the phone that I'm using, like the iPhone I'm using for the facial tracking, and then to see chat and to like run the stream, I have my tablet with the split screen of the Stream Deck app and the Twitch mobile app. And I also have my phone here just for extra. It's kind of hard to see like the stream itself. Wait. It's hard to see the stream itself on the tablet, so I just have my phone here to kind of take a peek. Ikaw paya. I love paya. He's a good tiger. But for microphones, I would love to use my better mic, but it's plugged into my computer and I don't think it can reach all the way down here. So it's just like a wireless mic. I just have the dongle plugged into the computer and then I just have the microphone clipped onto me. Like, it's not the best sound quality, but it's not terrible. Hi, Boo Boy. My boy's walking around. Hi, Boo Boy. What doing? What doing? I don't know. Cause when I first started, my first couple streams, I was using like my headset mic, and it wasn't that great. Like, oh, I sound like I'm talking into a tin can. So I got for that out. So the first like real microphone I got was it's the what is it? The HyperX Solo Cast. It was like $30-ish. And that's like a pretty solid mic for that price point. It sounded like pretty good. Like, obviously you're not gonna get the full range of like one of those special mics with like the pop filter and all that stuff, but like for $30, it's a pretty good mic. But the one I have now for my normal stream, hi baby. It's a Audio Technica, I think that's what it's called. It was a little more expensive. Hi baby boy, what do you want from me? Hello. Hello. Depending on how strong this is, I might have to use up the rest of this tea. Boy, I don't know what he wants. He's just been bugging me a lot lately. Are you mad at me because I'm not letting you drink out of the toilet? Or yeah, I'm trying to save up for a better computer because mine mine feels like it's going to explode whenever I have a game running that's not on the lowest possible settings. But scooters are expensive. My husband cooks it. Yeah, I have a kitty. We call him the crime boy. Come here. Come here. Let's show you off. Let's show you off because you're being weird. There he is. He's my little fat tiger. He's my little fat tiger. There he is. His name is Len. And he's 15 years old, so he's an old man baby. Yes, you're an old man. Yeah, you're an old man. You're just an old man. Oh, your leggy's stuck. Hold on. He's my old man, and he likes to snuggle. But recently he's been trying to drink out of the toilet. I don't know what that's about. Why are you drinking out of the toilet, sir? That's what weird kitties do. Okay, bye. That's my boy. His it's funny because he has a water fountain with like a filter and everything. And if anything, if you like, sure, you have he has the water fountain with the filter, but also the tub drain, or not drain, the spout has been leaking. So like if you're going to get water from anywhere other than the fountain, at least get it from the tub and not from the toilet. Why are you drinking out of that toilet? What do you want? How are you climbing on me like a jungle gym? Don't know what he wants from me. Velcro puppy and young the sassy cat. Aw, that sounds so cute. I I love all animals. Um uh so I think I'm more like I love dogs. Like I especially corgis. Corgis are my favorite dogs because they're so short and they got the stubby little legs and I think they're adorable. But I probably don't have like the best work environment for a dog because I work in a kitchen and my days are usually one to close whenever that is. Uh, so I don't know if a dog is a good idea because like I won't be able to like take him outside. Cats are easier for busy people. What, baby boy? How can I help you? What do you want? He just wants attention. I don't know. Here, you want to go beat up Maleficent? You want to beat up Maleficent? Is that what you want? You want to beat up Maleficent? Is that what the baby wants? When we got him, went back to work, the separate diet to work. Yeah, I for a while because I went through like a divorce and everything, and we had to live in an Airbnb for 2 weeks because my ex was stupid. Uh, and the person I was renting said that he was crying all day, and I'm like, oh, I feel so bad. Like he did have some separation anxiety at first, but that was because like a lot of stuff was going on. But now he's chill. Oh, wants to like to play the Maleficent. I have this toy. It's like one of those fishing line toys, but it's Maleficent and the crow. Uh, like he really likes string. Like string and cords are like his favorite. I got it off Chewy. I That's where I get like his food and stuff because I can't drive due to medical and like other things. So I have to get his food delivered by Chewy. Well, he's playing a little bit. Oh, yeah, baby. Um, and the litter I get delivered else. I have because I spoil my cat. So he has tofu litter because he's bougie. He's got tofu litter. He's got water fountain with a filter. He's got toys. He's got a cat tree. Plus he hoards it. Oh, that's so sweet. He's not really like playing with it. He's just kind of sitting there. Oh yeah. Uh, I was just getting such bad anxiety attacks every time I sat behind the wheel to the point where my mom's like, "Yeah, this is dangerous." I do have an electric bike, but like I think the battery went out or something because it just stopped working one day. I just never took it to get looked at because like part of it is I don't even know where to take it. Like there is a bike shop down the street from where I live because I went there uh, to change the tire when it went flat. But like I don't know if they work with like electronic parts like the battery. Not even playing. You just as well. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about asking, like sending a message to them to be like, "Hey, do you do this?" But like, it just leaves in my mind. I have the worst memory, so it's like I'm gonna remember to do this, and then I never remember it ever again until it comes up, and I'm like, "Oh man, I gotta do this," and then I forget about it for half a year. Yeah, my memory is non-existent most days. For like really weird things, but like sometimes I'll remember the wildest things. Like I remember like random jingles and stuff from childhood, but I can't remember to fucking message the bike place. I'm also sure that like 80% of my brain is being taken up by Herb Sims in the City for Game Boy Advance. I think about that game way too often. Also, random internet videos are just constantly in my head all the time. Yeah, the memes are there. There is a lot of memes in here. Like, there's a whole lot of vines. There's so many, like, just random vines in my head. The one I think about the most, and it's mostly because I work in a kitchen, but anytime I see an avocado, I go, "Oh, the Del Taco, they got a new thing called free shavakadu. And it sucks because we work with avocados all the time. So I'm just like perpetually thinking about that vine. So and get the memo when you don't like My Chemical Romance, you wait outside for your um there's also other memes that like I've quoted them so often. Oh, it's an ad break. Um, but I've quoted these memes so often that my coworkers have also now started quoting it. Particularly like "Go Piss Girl." They anytime anyone needs to go to the bathroom, there is a great chance of someone saying "Go Piss Girl." Oh shit! I need to do daily quote. Always giving us that one. I don't understand. Out of 300, her sister was a witch. Oh, that's a great one. Um, I've seen like so many like versions of that where it's like someone it was like medieval speak, but it was that argument. That one was great. Yeah, yeah. So I have it's a daily check-in, but every day or every stream, you could get a random quote that one of my coworkers have said, and it really likes to give us that one. Like that is the fourth time we've seen that one this month. Uh, and it's weird because there's like over 300 of these quotes, and it keeps giving us this one. The super kitchens are great. Oh my god, they but it's like 90% of them are my one coworker because he has the funniest, most vague threats. Like one time he told someone that he was gonna steal their dog and raise it better than they could. It's probably my favorite insult I've ever heard, or like threat. Hey, there's some bangers in there. Speaking of, I need to update the list. So I have a little notebook that I keep in my pocket, and anytime someone says something, I pull it out and write it down. This notebook has seen better days. It, oh, not the underdone burger. Oh my god. Yeah, I work in a country club, uh so luckily I don't have to see them. Uh but we have some interesting people. Like they're like mostly regulars because in order to eat here you have to be a member of the club. So like we see the same people all the time, and they put their names, like the members' names, on the ticket. So when you see certain names, you're just like, oh, it's this person again. Uh, there's one name. Every time we see her name on like the reservation list, we'll always joke, "Oh, put in her fish now," because she always orders it extremely well done, like like basically a puck, like salmon, dry, extremely well done, no salt. So anytime we see her, we're like, "Oh, put in the fish now. It'll be ready. Hopefully, it'll be ready by the time she gets here." Then we also have the members that don't actually know meat done this. They'll say, "Oh, I want it medium rare," and then we cook it medium rare, like steak, burger, salmon, anything. And we actually take a thermometer and temp it just to make sure because people are very, very finicky about things. And exact temperature. It's perfect. We send it out. They go, "Oh, it's too rare." And then we cook it more for them. So it's like medium. "Oh, it's too rare." They wanted it well done, but they ordered it medium rare. Like that's not how this works at all. He wanted it well done, but he submitted. Oh my god, that drives me insane. Another one that always gets us is uh, when they say like medium rare plus. So you want medium. They say they want it rare plus. That's just medium rare. It's supposed to be like, "Oh, we want it rare plus 1 minute," but like that's just medium rare. You don't have the plus. The plus gets us every single time. Uh, so so every time we go, it's like, "Oh, we want a steak, medium rare to the square root of 12." Uh, like, why are we adding math with our steaks? That's not how this works. And then we have people ordering medium for giving us a 10 for things that don't require temps. Like on Sunday, I had a ticket that said omelet medium. I don't know what that meant. I still don't know what that means. Like what is an omelet medium? What does that mean? And then same day I got one that said omelet dry. I'm like, what? Who are these people? Why do they keep coming and ordering weird omelets? Oh, and then sometimes we have like a whitefish, uh, and they always try to order it like halibut or something. They always try to order it medium rare, and we keep having to tell them that's not how this works. You're going to get food poisoning. And we tell the servers this all the time. We keep telling them, you can do not let them order at a temperature. It's either cooked or it's not. And then we'll get in halibut, medium rare. We're like, ugh. Like sometimes I think some particular servers we have are just out to get us because we'll tell them multiple times, like, "Hey, don't do XYZ." And then they're like, "Yeah, we got it." And then they go around and do XYZ. Why are you doing this to us? What have we done to you? All I mean to give your husband PTSD flashback. I'm so sorry. Oh god. Uh I forgot to take one of the omelet medium, but in my Discord, I have a channel where uh I'm I put a bunch of like weird tickets I've gotten. Oh, we have like salmon medium, and then it says cook through, but it's not medium. We have one. Chris fries, well done because she talked to the other ladies. Why? Why did this order of French fries come with a backstory? Oh, uh, we have one server. Who it's like a inside joke, and she even participates in it where she doesn't know how to spell. But we had it's fruit, no seeds, side oof jelky. Trying to say of jelly, but it got typed in OOFJLKY. Oof jelky. Oh, oh, I gotta. It might be backwards, but it says allergy to cannoli oil. Oh, that was the first one. I need to take more pictures of tickets because some of them are really. But oh my, I had forgotten about the fries with the backstory. Crisp fries, well done because she talked to the other ladies. Cool, I guess. We have one member. Uh, he always orders her salads deconstructed. Because I when I started, I worked in pantry or like the salad station, and she did that when I worked there. And then I've been there for about 5 years now, and she still comes in and does this, and it drives me insane because she'll order a Caesar salad, but everything is separate. So you have the lettuce in a bowl, and then you got the croutons, and then you got a thing of Parmesan, and then you got we put sun dried tomatoes on our Caesar for some reason. I don't know. And then you got the dressing on the side, and then you got because oh my god, yeah, it's really it's really one person that does this. Um, like people will get like sauce, like dressing on the side, which I totally get because that way you can have control of how much dressing you put on your salad. But no, this lady wants literally every single thing on the side, and we have to put it in little tiny containers. I don't know if this it's the same person, but we've also had people order like entrees, but they want everything on the side, but it's to go. So we have to put every single component in to go containers. It's ridiculous. I don't know why they do this. And we have one member. I know he can't eat seeds, like any type of fruit with like a seed, berries. It's like some sort of like medical thing. Uh, margaritas in it to go. Oh no, honey, that you can't do that. Uh, so he once ordered something with like a slice that had sliced tomatoes on it, and we're like, hey, we know this guy can have seeds. So he still wanted tomato. He's like, yeah, can you like take the seeds out? I'm like, I guess. So I took one of like my paring knife and I cut out the parts with the seeds. Like, you guys don't pay me enough for this. Uh, we also have to like speaking of like the to go things that cannot be to go. The very okay, have a great dinner. Uh, thank you for stopping by. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to traumatize your husband. Oh god. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my I think they have something against me. I don't know what it is. Because it all started. Uh we it was like during the winter when I first moved in. We put like insulation in the mail slot in the door because it's older and we wanted to help keep the heat in. And so my landlord set up a mailbox, like an alternate mailbox. However, the problem was when it rained, rain would get inside of the mailbox and the stuff would get wet. So I had this other like mail thing and then I put it on the front door behind like the glass door and with a note on the thing that said, "Hey, can you please put the mail in the one on the door because our mail is getting wet?" And they just wouldn't do it. And then my mail kept getting wet, like soaked in the rain. And then so I took down that mailbox so that it would force them to use the one on the porch that I've been asking for like a month. And then they left a note that said, your mail will be held until you put the mailbox back. There was a mailbox on the door and they used it. So I just said, fine, fuck you. And then I took the mailbox and I have like bungee cords and then I attached it on the porch. And then they started giving me my mail again. I'm like, what? Okay. It was annoying. It's like, why are you mad that you're doing you have to do your job? Like I respect the hell out of mail carriers. I couldn't do it. But please, I'm begging you. Like I was begging this person. I said, please use the mailbox that's on the door. Because my mail is getting soaked and ruined. They were even like leaving packages like by the mailbox, like outside in the rain. Um, including one that Luna sent me, and I was really pissed about that because it was the first like package that Luna sent me. No, it wasn't the first one, but it was the first one she sent me after I moved, and I was I was so mad because the box was wet, and luckily everything inside was still fine. But the fact that they just left it out in the rain made me so mad. Um, but yeah, so that's okay. And now I'm having an issue where I'm trying to send a thing to a friend because they're making a cosplay of Fadia from Date Everything, and so I made them the heart that's on like the heart with the EKG heartbeat in the middle as an iron on, so they can like just iron it on. And I had it in the envelope, like the photo mailer, and I printed out the label and then I set up the pickup to have it picked up from my house. Uh, it's been sitting in the mailbox for 2 days. I don't I don't understand. I don't understand. So I have it. So I put a note on it this time that says, "Hey, can you please take this?" And then I have another package that I'm sending to Luna because I got her some stuff when I went on my cruise, and then I just never got around to sending it to her. But I was like, you know what? I should fucking send this stuff out because it's sitting in my room, and I need to send this to her. So hopefully, I could put that on top of like put the envelope on top of the package and be like, oh, I have to pick this up. Yeah, I don't understand the beef my mail carrier has with me. I was so polite. I said the no. I said hi. Please use the one. And I explained it. I said uh, the mail is getting wet and ruined, and so I put up another one on the door that you can use. And then they said fuck you. I'm like, okay, fuck me, I guess. I don't know why. I don't know why. Thing. All I know is be bisexual, eat hot chip. That's another meme I quote off. Girls born after 1993 only know how to work, charge their phone, eat McDonald's, eat hot chip, and lie. Be bisexual, eat hot chip, and lie. Like I was born in '93, so I'm technically don't it doesn't apply to me, but I still use it anyway because I think it's fun. Heat this up. Ooh, castella cake. One had like a thin layer of mochi on. I don't actually know the charge level of my microphones. I just have them both here so that when one goes out, I can just swap it and hopefully they'll be fine for the whole stream together. Because I don't know what happened to the charging cable that came with it. Because when I bought it, it came with like a little charging cable that I could charge both of them at the same time. Ooh, like crunchy sugar. That's really good. The Castella cake. The two things you need to know about me. I love Castella cake and I like Baumkuchen. Two bangers. I mean, to be fair, they are pretty similar to each other. But Baumkuchens are just so fun. I want to try and make one. Like, I have an idea of how to do it. Um, it's a very MacGyver way of doing it, like traditionally, because Baumkuchen is the cake where it's on like a spit, and then they dip it in the batter, and then they rotate it over the flame, and then it makes like these tree rings. Like when they cut the cake, you got the hole in the middle, and then there's like tree rings. And there's like a way you could kind of do it at home where you pour it a little bit in a flat pan, and then you put it underneath the broiler and you take it out, pour a little, take it out. Well, I mean, it's fine, I guess. But no, I want to do it the right way where I have some sort of circular thing and then I have it rolling over the heat. So my unhinged MacGyver idea is to take this rolling pin I have and then wrap it in aluminum foil and then hold that over. This is so stupid. So I have the batter, and then I dip it. I dip the roller pin wrapped in uh, aluminum foil in the batter, and then I use that and roll it like roll it over my electric burner. It's so stupid. But I could make it work. I know I could make that work. I'm gay and I have the audacity. Um, I also just like watching videos of Bamkuchen being made. I remember there was this one guy where his whole shtick was like, baking ain't shit. Uh, uh, I'm gonna bake all the hardest stuff to prove that bakers don't know what they're talking about or they're gaslighting us. Um, and there are two notable things. The first one is the tiramisu, where he was trying to make tiramisu, and it came out as soup. Like it was so runny. Um, and then he's like, "Yeah, I'm the best." Blah blah blah. Uh, and like as I'm watching it, I'm like, "Well, I never made tiramisu before, but pretty sure you did something wrong." And then he tried making Baumkuchen, and he was like, "Oh, it's just rolled up pancakes, like rolled up crepes." And then he proceeded to not make crepes. He made like crepes and pancakes are not the same thing. I know they're similar, but they are not the same thing because crepes are done in a specific way, and that's how they get so thin. And if he made the batter a little bit runnier, he could have maybe achieved a more Baumkuchen thing. But he made like full ass like regular pancakes and then just rolled them up, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, this sucks." But I'm a baking god. I was like, "Girl, what the hell?" And a lot of people were making videos saying like, "Hey, guy, maybe you need to tone down your ego a little bit." For my trash way, because they're like, "Hey, maybe tone down that ego a little bit because you're not even doing a lot of things correctly. Like even if this like is a bit, it's it's a lot." And then saying a cultural food like Baumkuchen is like he said it was like something like the worst dessert he ever tasted. And it's like, or he just said something about it being like mid or I don't remember. Uh but he was like very rude about it. It's like you're taking a cultural dish with like probably centuries of history behind it, and then you're getting all over it because you didn't make it correctly. Like, and then you had like all of his defenders like, well, he didn't have the right equipment. I'm like, well, there are ways to do it without a spit. All he had to do was look it up online. You could do like the broiler method, where you pour a little bit, like because make it like a layer cake kind of. Um, and then there is a way where he could do it similar to like the whole pancake. Oh, oh, you're just in time. I just poured a cup. you go. Wait, let me. Here's your sippy. And an hour later, no, you're fine. No, you're actually on time because I literally I just made this cup, so it's nice and hot. Yeah, I was just talking about this one guy on TikTok. Uh, his whole thing was being like, I'm a baking god, and bakers ain't shit, and I'm the best, and I'm gonna make all of these dishes that people say are hard, and I'm gonna do them correctly on the first try. And then he proceeded to like not do very good jobs on some of them. It was weird. Yeah, and then because the one he made was it's called a Baumkuchen, which is it's a cake where they traditionally traditionally they have it on like a rotisserie spit, and then they dip the middle bar in batter, and then they rotate it over a flame, and it makes like it's called like a Christmas tree cake because uh, when you cut it, uh, it looks like it has tree rings. And someone said to do that because that's hard to make. And then he was like, "Oh, that's just pancakes rolled up." The microplane ninja. Oh, I remember that. That was you'll find this a funny nightmare. That was said by my Mexican coworker. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life, and that is a treasured memory. So just imagine a man in a very heavy, like Hispanic accent saying, "I'm the microplane ninja," and then Naruto running. And this man, he's like tall and he's got like muscles, and I'm pretty sure he has like gunshot wounds. Like this man is he I've heard some of his stories and I'm like, how are you still alive? Uh and then he says like, "Oh, I'm the microplane ninja," and then Naruto runs away. Like, what is even happening? The same coworker also has this running joke where it started when he was downstairs. They were playing music, and then he would just kept like pretending to be finding microphones and singing into them. Like he like opened a box and like pretended to take out a microphone and sing, and he just kept like finding microphones in like various places. It was just really funny. He also says a lot of questionable things. Like we were taking stuff over in one of our vans to another building, and he, oh my god, it so makes me laugh when thinking about it. He hops into the back of the van, looks at me, and goes, "This is like how I came into this country." I'm like, "You can't say these kinds of things." Oh, he's so funny. Um, Also, Nightmare, you'll find this kind of funny, but you want to know what quote I got today? I got the one that says you can't unfuck the sun. Why does it keep giving us that one? Like, there are over 300 lines in this document, and it keeps giving us that one. I don't understand. That reminds me, I have more that I need to add in there. All right, I need to unlock my watch. I already know what the song is, but no. Oh, like I know it's from Final Fantasy 14. I think I think it might be from the Ilmeg dungeon and Shadowbringer. Dawn Meg. I think this is the Dawn Meg theme, which I know because for a while I was leveling up trusts, and I had to run this dungeon a bunch of times because that's where my dudes were at. Speaking of, I should maybe play 14 again. I haven't played it since they dropped the first set of the 8-man raids. I just no, that's not true. Actually, yes, it is because I stopped playing for a while. I do kind of want to wait for Final Fantasy 14 because it's already a huge load on my computer, like a lot of processing power. And I have to use my PNG tuber. I don't think it will let me do my 3D model. Like, it was so bad that I just couldn't do the 24-man raids like at all on stream, even with the PNG tuber, because it was just there's just so much. It was on the lowest settings. I had to turn off 14 model. That's the future of YouTubers. 4D, where there's a like a little bottle that squirts water at you. I mean, that's what they do. Have you ever been to like an amusement park and they have like, oh, it's a special 4D ride or a 4D show, and then it's like all they do is like they spray a little water at you. So I grew up by Busch Gardens, and there used to be this 4D. It was like 4D in quotation mark show. It was about pirates, and the only thing that made it 4D in quotation marks was that every so often, like the seats would rumble. Like you had like the 3D glasses, right? Like every so often, the seats would rumble, and then there's one part where it sprayed water at you, and that's what made it 4D. And then they had a ride. Uh, and I'm still mad they took this ride out. Sure, was it outdated and weird? Sure, but it was funny. So, like, the basis of this ride is you go in, and there's like this guy. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna put some magic on you, and then put you inside of this box, and you and like send you back in time or whatever." And then you're inside of this box, and the whole ride is you being inside of this box while like shit's going around, uh, going off around you. And there's this one part where it was like part of the 3D where it looked like the a monster kind of reaches in and like picks someone out of the audience it was this. It's like the same like generic person every show, but my sister, when we would ride that, she would go, "Daddy, no!" She'd yell that really loud every time that part came up. And then like, and then it ends, and then you get out, and it was that was the ride. It was silly, but I love that ride. My sister, she wrote it so much that she had the entire script of the ride uh memorized. Ride these oh, that reminds me. Ride because Rider, um, they have the Fate collab going on in Honkai Star Rail. I don't know shit about like the Fate Stay Night or Fate Go or whatever the Fate series is. I don't know anything about it. Um, but I did the quest, and one of the characters has just been bullying Aventurine the entire time, and it's and then Boot Hill and Aventurine are working together, and it's really uh just I mean, I just the series has never really interested me, and there's just a lot to the series. I'm just like, yeah, I'm I'm good actually. Like all I know is that Saber is supposed to be King Arthur, but as a woman, I don't. And I also know that we got a free 5-star character, which is pretty cool. And I did enough pulls to get his free 5-star weapon. So I guess I don't know anything about this guy except the fact that he kept bullying someone, and it was really funny. I do like the little event that goes with it, because it's like a little tournament, and each round you get to pick like upgrades, and it can get a little silly. And character who's a smash for sure. Where are you putting this character so I can see? Pick some videos. Okay. I added more music to my playlist since I know how to separate the audio now, so I don't have to worry about getting copyright struck, having my VODs muted. So I added a bunch of Final Fantasy 14 music. I added a whole bunch of Ace Attorney music yesterday. All right, let's see this. Holy booba! I get it. I'm just worried about this poor girl's back. Like those have gotta be heavy. Like like I like women, so like I get the appeal of the booba. However, as someone with the booba, anytime I see like ginormous badonkers, all I can think about is ooh, But her back hurts. Oh no, because mine are a bit heavy, and it's like I have to keep like stretching out my back. But God, I I do not envy the people who have the big booba. Is this fucking dancing mad? What is happening? All right. Okay. Oh my god. It's fine. It's fine. Kafka's a lot. It's the baby. Hi, the baby. Hello, baby. You sleepy little man. With eat. With eat. I love it when cats like they're sleeping and then they wake up and they just have that look about them that's like, yeah, you are sleeping good, weren't you? But they kind of look like they're not fully awake yet. I love cats. Cats are so cute. Just cute little babies. Oh my god. Mm. Ready? Okay. Okay, I'm ready. I'm currently in Discord. Holy shit. That woman is like 25% booba. 25% of her entire body is just boob. What game is this? Like it feels like it's familiar, but I'm not quite familiar, you know? Those characters remind me of uh you know voice actors, and you probably know Alejandro Sab. So a VTuber, he goes by Sayu. Uh and his chat paid for him to get a new uh a new female model. And then he pulls it out. It's got the biggest badonkers I've ever seen. It's so funny. They are huge. And it's funny because like his like VTuber is like a cyborg. So part of me is like, I wonder if they're like inflatable. We have a running joke uh at work. It all started because uh I mentioned it was like really hot and I was like, getting some sweat and I was like, man, I wish I could just take these off, just like like and that's the sound I made. And my manager's just like, what are you unscrewing them like a light bulb? And so it evolved into this joke where in the future Ace Hardware is gonna have like body parts that you could just screw in. Um and everything you could just like unscrew things and screw in new things. And it's not limited to like booba. It's like imagine like taking off like part of your leg and then like screwing it like a I don't know an arm there. That'd be really funny. So our running joke is in the future Ace Hardware is gonna sell like body parts so you can just screw onto your body like I think that's really funny and should be a thing. Because some days I like having booba, and other days I don't want the booba. What is that we doing? That's part of the reason why the base for my model is actually uh the male model in Vroid because I didn't want booba on my model. So I tried doing it with like the female model. And it is impossible to like not have any sort of booba on female models in Vroid. Uh and like the lowest you can get, it created like a weird thing with like the clothes where it just wasn't like sitting right or like sitting flat like I wanted to. So I was like, fuck it. And then I restarted and then I chose like the male model and then just made it more feminine in quotation marks. So I could have no booba. Don't want. Then went back to the recliner. Like sleeping on there. What a blanket. He likes curling up. He's so cute. Oh boy. There must be some like altered gravity for these women. Because there is no way that these clothes would actually hide their nip knobs if this was real life. That's all I could think about. Like the first one you sent, there is no way in real life those apron straps will stay there. There's no way. That thing, the, the things that are censoring the nip knobs They're being held there by hopes and dreams at this point. They're there with hopes and dreams. I mean, free the nipple. But I remember when Tumblr was bought out, you know, the site Tumblr, it was bought out and then uh they made a rule that you can't show uh their words exactly. They said female presenting nipples on the site anymore. And everyone was like, "What?" So yeah, male nipples were fine, but a female nipple, blasphemy. Hide that sinful pepperoni, you harlot. It was wild. Uh, game except the tiny. Yeah, I. It's also funny how like some games they like overcorrect, and then like the characters that are shirtless, uh, like for example, Sino in Genshin Impact, he's male and he doesn't wear a shirt, but he doesn't have nipples because that's too obscene for a male to show nipples, I guess. And every time he came on screen, I just kept thinking of this one Tumblr post where it was a picture of Aladdin holding out his hand. This is, do you trust me? And then someone reblogged it and said, no, where are your nipples? I thought about that post every single time I saw Saito on screen. Oh my god. No, where are your nipples? Yeah, yeah, the first one, like the apron straps, they are they are there with hopes and dreams at that point. But like I'm not gonna say much about that because I play New Carnival where they are like that but with men. Uh and they're they have like a system where uh it's there's two ways. So the first one is you give them gifts in like the intimacy room or whatever. And the more gifts you give them, like the higher their level is, the more their clothes get ripped up. Um, some of them they don't even make sense. Like I was looking at one, I'm like that's not how fabric works, but okay. And then the second one is when you're in battle, where uh the more damage they take, like if they reach a certain damage threshold, they go to like the mid rip, and then when they reach the second damage threshold, then it's like the final ripped form. And they have interesting faces. To be fair, that game is it was well, it still is like the original version is uh is a hentai game, but I don't play that version. I play the one that's available on the App Store where they cut out a lot of not really that they cut it out. It's they censor most of it.
My wife told me to rub the herbs on the meat for better flavor. That's sage advice.
Oh my god. He would say that. But it'd be his husband. But god. Titan theme? I don't remember where this is from. Oh, I think this might be it for this cup. Or this. Let me see. Yeah, this has no flavor. Alright, since it's in ads anyway, go to BRB, get the next thing set up. I led you into this country. Okay. Welcome to Crab Jailtopia. You're an alchemist again. You have a totalitarian uniform, foreign food, and a perpetual. Ah, that's tragic. That's so tragic. Okay. Did audit. First move is gay. Did it work? Did it work? You got gunk. And you got fluff on you. Cinnamon roll! It's cinnamon roll! It's my favorite! Oh my gosh, look at him! Look at him. Oh my god. 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 Look at him! I am going to throw up! Oh. Not the TV. Hey, steal. They stole my leprechaun! Oh my god, they stole my leprechaun! Right before my birthday? They stole my leprechaun before my March 17th St. Patrick's Day birthday? That's discrimination! No, I want it. I want it. Whoa! What? Did you guys see that?
I do get a sense of
What
accomplishment
the
after
fuck?
attaining-
I'm crying. I'm crying. Look at him! Look. Behold. Behold. The boy. Behold. Is it? Ah, there you are. There you are. We can talk about this. The time for talking is over. You brought this upon yourself, Nightmare. Yeet. And we play. Oh wait, what was that?
So I was gonna say,
Don't stop playing! Luna has something to say! Okay, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, when I first heard this song, this definitely was not what I thought House of the View was gonna be, but I am not mad about it.
Oh yeah, I like it. Okay, so here we go. Now you can play. Luna has said her thing.
Bless you for your business.
Motherboard. Okay. Reactbot, what do you think about that?
This is giving off woke vibes.
at all. Some I love how it didn't deny that it could have been Knuckles wearing lipstick.
All right. I'm not doing an herbal tea like I usually do because I have running out of herbal tea. I don't want to buy more. So we're just gonna start going through my ridiculous amount of. Okay, so since I have Sakurako, they give me 2 bags of tea every month. So I have so much tea. I have so much that I want to get through. So we're just gonna start going through this stuff as the second tea. Fun. So this one is called Bocha. It is a hojicha, which means it's a roasted green tea. I was looking it up during the ad break. It uses matcha stems rather than the usual sencha stem. If you look, it's instead of like the leaves, I guess, it's made from the stems. I don't know. I know that I like hojicha. Right? Oh no. Have you found more women? Yes. Bothering me. Oh boy, here they are. The women. Women. What game is this, by the way? I think it's funny how the one in the bikini has more booba coverage than some of the other ones you sent. It's funny. The one in the bikini has definitely more boob coverage than uh the third one. Sinful pepperoni. There's one game I like want to play with friends because I have some people in on Discord server that play it, but my computer hates this game. It's Peak. I can play it on my own in a solo game, but I don't know if it will survive an online game. Because there are moments, especially when I like reach a campfire, where the game just freezes for like 2 whole minutes while it waits to while it's processing. Like when I light the campfire and it unlocks the next biome, there's just at least 2 minutes of my computer being frozen while it's processing. I got pretty far on my own today. I mean, I was playing on the lowest difficulty, Tenderfoot, but I was genuinely surprised how far I got. Because my one goal for playing this game was to unlock the crab hat. And to do that, what you have to do is you have to make it to the alpine biome, and you have to find the capybaras, and then you have to play the bugle for them. So what what you have to do is you either have to carry because they give you a bugle at the start of the game. So you have to carry that all the way up the shores, and then all the way up to through the tropics, and then through the alpine until you find the capybaras. Or you have to get lucky and find one inside of a suitcase if you don't grab the one. So what I did was I grabbed the one in the beginning. I grabbed the bugle, put that in the backpack. I grabbed Bing Bong, put him in the backpack because I never leave the crashed airplane without Bing Bong. He is my emotional support, Bing Bong. I love Bing Bong. And then what I always do is I find some coconuts and then I cook them on the burning plane because you get the bonus stamina. And I get as much bonus stamina as I can. That way it helps compensate for the reduced amount of normal stamina because I'm carrying pretty much everything. Because I have to wear the backpack because I got to carry the bugle, carry everything I need because I'm going by myself. And then you just have to be really, really careful because you're by yourself. You because you have 3 inventory slots on your person, and then the backpack lets you hold 4 items. But in order, you have to take off your backpack and take this thing out of the backpack, put it back on. I just all right. Let's see them. Hey, yo, girl, put some pants on. Jesus Christ. Put some pants on. Jesus. That chain is on there with hopes and dreams. Hopes and dreams. But yeah, so yeah, you just gotta be really careful and try to open every single stream. But you gotta open every luggage you find. Stay away from the cursed ones because you have to rely on finding medicine kits and stuff. And I was doing really good too. I made it all the way to the kiln. Where it's because it's the shore, and then it's the tropics, and then the alpine, the caldera, the kiln, and then the peak, I think. Yeah, I made it to like the second to last biome, and I was in like a rough spot, and I needed to get something out of my backpack. And so I took off my backpack and then I sat it down, and then the game ate it. Like I sat it down and then the backpack was just gone. And so there was no way that I was able to get out of the situation. So I just jumped into lava. Died. All right, I'm taking a drink. I was so mad because I found the fairy lantern, which is like one of the best healing items in the game. I had an anti-rope launcher, which is like a regular rope launcher, but the rope goes up, which is really good for climbing when you're solo. Like the rope launcher's okay on solo. I find that the ropes, the regular ropes, aren't as useful to me. Like, I also can't get them to work properly. Every time I go to put one down, it just like doesn't put down the rope. It just puts down like the knot and then like an inch of rope. I'm like, I don't understand why there's not more rope, because like it would be useful for like trying to get down in some places, but like put it I go figure out how the rope works. So I was just getting rid of the rope because I couldn't figure out how to use them. Uh yeah, I really like the game. I just wish my computer didn't hate it. My computer does not like. I am happy I got my crab hat though. That was the only thing that was important to me. Had my computer? Oh, fucking a very long time. Like I know it's old. That's why I'm trying to like save up for a new computer. But computers are expensive. And like I got bills and stuff to pay. Yeah. I did look into, because the website that I'm looking to get the computer from, they do have like some financing options, but I even tried signing up for some of them and then I was denied because they require you to have credit, and I actually don't have credit. I just never got a credit card, and so I just never had one. Um, oh boy. Why are none of these women wearing pants? None of these women are wearing any sort of pants. Jesus Christ. That one barely got any clothes on. Yeah, like unless you specifically like set up a credit card, you don't get some of them. Oh, okay. like unless you like set up a credit card and like use it, you just don't get credit, like a credit score at all. Um, and the one time I did try to like sign up for a credit card, they're like, "Oh, we can't." It was funny because it was like through my bank, and it was like, "You're pre-approved." I'm like, "Cool." And then I went to like sign up, and they're like, "You're denied." I'm like, "Why did you say I was pre-approved?" I think it has something to do with uh for some reason, like the credit company is still using my address. Uh like because the credit company has like an address for you. And when I looked up mine, it was the address from when I live with my mom. And I have not lived there in a while. And so when I put in like the application and said my address, that's probably why it wasn't approving me because there was like discrepancy and like I have to contact them and have them change it and I just haven't got around to doing that. But like I haven't needed Reddit for anything, so I just never did it. Yeah, I mean, most of them are. It was just, you know, I did. Um, but because like I updated my addresses for like my work and all that stuff, but you have to like specifically reach out to the credit company, I guess, and have them change it too. Because I know I have definitely updated my address with like official like the post office and all that stuff. But I don't know. It also me. So I'm kind of bad, and I just don't pay my medical bills. But it also means that those because you can't rack a credit you don't have. So that's another reason I haven't really waited to getting a credit card because uh I'm glad you're having a good time. 'Cause apparently, like, if you don't pay your medical bills, like, even if they go to collections, like, after a few years, you have to let it go. Uh, doo, 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 doo. I'm so happy. Where is there time? Well, it's hard because it's like I can ask my manager because my manager knows that I stream and all that. So like I could potentially ask him, be like, "Hey, can we just have it so that I leave at 9 on Wednesdays?" But also it's like I don't know if it's worth it. I mean, my manager, he wasn't originally my manager. He actually got hired after me. And then he trained like two people to be the manager, like above us, and then they just like things happened to them, and then they finally just gave him the position. I'm like, why didn't they just give it to you like 2 people ago? When someone asked me like, well, "Oh, you've been here longer. How come you didn't get the position?" I don't want that position. I don't want to be in charge of anything. Are you kidding me? I have a hard time being in charge of myself. Like, I am bad at managing myself. You really think I'll be able to manage other people? No, thank you. I do not want that at all. So that's why harder. Yeah, and also like I am bad at managing things. Especially with like training people. Because that's like one big part of like the manager is that he is in charge. Like if we hire someone for our kitchen, like he's in charge of them. I they know this. I am not very good at training anyone. Because what to do, because take people nuts. Well, it's partially that, and also I'm just not good at describing what I'm doing because it's like I just know, and I can't put what's like going on in my brain into words because I uh when I got the position I'm at now, I did most of the time just watching and listening to like mostly like watching the person who was there and seeing what he was doing and then like emulating that. So part of me is just like I don't know how to tell people what I'm doing because I I sometimes go on autopilot mode and I just like muscle memory type shit. And I'm like I don't know how to tell you what I'm doing because sometimes I don't even know what I'm doing. But well, no, I don't scream. I mean, there was jelly beans. He would piss me off. Uh, but it was more that like I do things a certain way, and if someone comes in and tries to help me, but it messes up like my system, it actually like fucks me up. And he would do that all the time, and I'd be like, please just go away. Like he'd be like, oh, I'm here to help you, like help you play. I'm like, please just go away. You're more of a hindrance right now. And also it's like a there's also you have to have a sense of urgency where you can't just like move at a snail's pace and like put each individual thing on the plate. Like what he would do is he'd when he'd like pick up garnish, he'd take like a little pinch of like chives and like gently sprinkle it on. And he'd grab like another pinch of chives and gently sprinkle it on. And I was like, jelly beans move. And I just grabbed some and sprinkled it on and pushed it out. I'm like, please pick up the pace, dude. We can't be putting each chive on individually. Restaurant, it depends. It it kind of depends. When we're busy, uh, we tell them like you guys are gonna have to expect long ticket time because there are like 5 tickets ahead of you. Uh, but when it's like slow, it it's hard to tell because I have no concept of time, so I don't actually know how fast things like how much time passing. But I do know that like there has to be a sense of urgency when you're making food for like a restaurant for other people because like they're waiting for their food, you know? And then they feel like, oh, this ticket's at like X amount of minutes. Cool. I don't know what that means. I have no concept of time, my guy. That's why I like being where I'm because I can do my own thing and I don't have to worry much about that. Because the girl would be like, "Oh, this will be ready in like 5 minutes." Like that, like I have a sort of idea how long 5 minutes in theory, but I also don't. That's why I rely on someone being in the middle that is better at time than me. Because then they'll be like, okay, 5 minutes, we could start plating this. Or they'll be like, hey, 5 minutes, that means you could drop your pasta or whatever. The only thing I know is like if they say it's like 2 or 3 minutes and I have a pasta, then I can drop my pasta. That's all like well no, we do. It's just I have it's called dyscalculia, where things that involve numbers just my brain just doesn't process it well. It's kind of like dyslexia but for numbers. And I have with ADHD, it's called time blindness, where it's like the concept of time just doesn't exist most of the time. I even have like my watch on me now, but like the passage of time is just like a foreign concept. They'll be like, "Oh, it's been like 20 minutes," when it's actually been like 5 minutes, or the opposite, where it's like, "Oh, it's only been 5 minutes," and it's actually been an hour. It's like my brain can't wrap itself around the concept, and the only time I like I mean, to be fair, most of the time I look at clock is when I start feeling like hungry. I know it's around 3 because that's what I usually take my lunch break. But other than that, I don't know anything. Don't ask me what I ADHD once, but I swear sometimes I have it 'cause I hate not doing something. I mean, for ADHD, there's like a lot of things that go into it. Like there's the hyperactivity. Uh, like I find it, and there's also like the constant need of like some sort of stimuli. Uh, on days when I'm not streaming and I'm like watching other streams, I at one point had 3 different streams on at the same time, all with volume. And that was like perfectly fine in my head. And had like 3 screens. I had my phone screen, I had my 2 like monitors, my computer. And at work, like I find it really hard to do like menial tasks unless I have some sort of thing playing in my ear. Like either it's like a video essay and saying, no, I mean, that's kind of a normal thing. Because OCD is like a lot of it is you have like these, I mean, I'm not diagnosed with OCDs, but I do have some like tendencies where it's not just like, oh my room is dirty, I gotta clean it type of thing. It's a lot of times it's more if I don't open the door a certain way, then like my house is gonna burn down. It's like some like extreme outcome for not doing this like tiny little task. I mean, there's other kinds of OCD, but that's like a big one. Uh, there's like the also like the contamination where it's like they have certain rules about like cleanliness to the point where it like extremely negatively affects their lives and like their relationships with other people. I remember there was this one guy, his mom had like contamination, and it was so bad that like this guy was just not allowed to go upstairs at all. Um like all of his things had to be in certain spots. Uh he had to have like in like the fridge, his room, um the common areas. He wasn't allowed to like put any of his stuff out. Like it had to like stay in his room and stuff like that. And if like he broke any of these rules, it would cause like a major like stress on the mom. I think when I was diagnosed with ADHD, because it was when autism wasn't really a thing. Like I'm sure, like I know it existed back then. I mean, I didn't know it existed, but it was mostly like diagnosed in boys, and they looked at me and they're like, oh, they can't have autism because they're not a boy. And so they diagnosed me with ADHD, which I'm pretty sure I have. But like I I can't get a formal diagnosis for autism for a lot of reasons, but there's there's a lot because I've done so many like self-assessment and research and stuff that I confidently can say that I'm autistic. A lot of one of the reasons why I can't get a formal diagnosis is because uh it's there isn't a lot of places that do formal diagnoses. That's a word. And those that do promote what's called ABA therapy, which is not great. And so that's why I haven't really gone anywhere. And also another reason is the whole thing where they wanted to have a registry of autistic people. And then I know I'll probably get put on that list when they start coming for ADHD people. Um but it is a known thing where a lot of people diagnosed with ADHD can also have autism called ADHD. Because a lot of stuff coincide because they're both part of like neurodivergency. Like our brain is just built different. Like, God, yeah, there's a cure for autism, and it's not something that is. It's not a disease. It's literally. Oh my God. So there's a lot of like misconception about autism, and that's why we get a lot of the weird people about it. First, it's like not a disease, and you can't cure it. Like you know that, but the fact that they're trying to find a cure for it is ridiculous because it's it's not something that can be cured. Like you can't like take a medicine and then it like rewires your brain. That's not how it works. It's like your brain just processes things differently from what we call neurotypical. And second, they're like, oh, We don't know where it comes from. We actually do. It's actually been found to be a genetic thing. So if you have like if you your parent is autistic, um you have a chance of passing it on into your children. And if both parents are autistic, you have a greater chance of your child being autistic. And people are like, "Oh, that's so weird that you're autistic and like your partner's autistic and your child's autistic." No, it's not. That's how genetics works. And also, the other misconception is like, "Oh, there's so much more autism now than all these years past." Well, that's because we know about it. Because in the history, they would say like their child was taken by the Fae, and now they are some weird Fae child. And then, or they put them in institutions, lock them up. That doesn't mean they didn't exist. And we know that they existed because the whole term Asperger's came from a Nazi who found like low support autistic people and deemed that they were worthy for society, and then the ones uh, that were like higher support needs would go into the chambers. That's why they don't use the term Asperger's anymore, because that man was a literal Nazi. Cure development, yeah, that's because you can't cure it. Like, be so for real. Also, it's very unsettling to have someone who literally doesn't know much about health or like biology or literally anything in charge of everything that has to do with that. Like, that's concerning. Like having me in charge of like all the technology and the doctor. Probably the doctors who should have their. Let's be real. Like, there are a lot of doctors out there who probably should not be practicing medicine. My grandparents, they had a doctor, and every time they come back from the doctor would like say some wild shit. Like, what medical school did this man go to? Because even I, as a teenager at the time, know that that's not true. And then you have all the doctors who were against like the COVID shot. Like, why? Or they say like that Fauci like a liar. Like, this man has studied infectious diseases like pretty much his entire life. I'm pretty sure he knows what, and not some small town doctor who hasn't like looked at anything in the past like 50. But what's the reasons back to push? I mean, not really. He was like trying to stop it most of the time. Because a lot of the pushback from COVID was from Trump. I'm pretty sure they were able to get something done was in spite of him, because that man was not helping but himself. I mean, this is the same man who looked directly at the sun during the eclipse without the eclipse glasses. The same man. Every time I think about the US, my brain loses another brain cell. This is oh my oh my god, don't remind me. Yeah, didn't you know that Leonardo da Vinci actually invented uh Boeing airplane, and they just kept it from us until George Washington found Revolutionary War. I'm just tired of them trying to rewrite history too. But yeah, I mean, sure, he had notes on like a flying machine, but they're like assuming but it was more like from what I've seen, it's more like a glider than like an actual plane. Which I mean, for that time, that is some smart shit. Like the Renaissance. I mean, like, yeah, we could like fly across the air. They probably thought he was a fucking magician. That reminds me of that one. It's like an icebreaker. It's like, what food item will you take back in time that would kill a Victorian child? And people are like, I love some of the answers. Like someone said a Mountain Dew. Or like a flaming one singular flaming hot Cheeto. Like that one singular flaming hot Cheeto would kill uh other times. Yeah. I like the internet. Like I'm always wondering like, oh, it's interesting how they did things back then, but I don't want to go back there. I like my phone too much. I'm hopelessly addicted to the internet. Uh, take once. Oh my god, yeah. And knowing my luck, I'd probably get sent to like the middle of nowhere. Then I'd probably just die there. Cause like I wouldn't have like my medicine, and I'd feel sick, and I wouldn't get things done, and they'd be like, "Oh, this person is not very good for society," and then they kill me. That'd be my luck, honestly. Or they think I was a witch. Either or. Like, oh, their arms are too long for their body. Witch. What the fuck? Oh my god. Imagine a time traveler going back to like medieval times and then saying like internet slang for today. I think that'd be so funny. like time traveler be like, Ayo, what up, fam? And it's like, oh, great heavens. I think that'd be really funny. Hey, night dude, what up? And they just be like, the sky, my good sir. Or someone will say something, and then like the time traveler is like one of the internet things, like Subao, which like shut your bitch ass up. They're like, oh, are you from the east? Are you from one of the eastern nations that we got silk from? Like, no, I'm telling you to shut the fuck up. You know how they say, well, in their defense, like, really, they can only see so far. Like, how they thought that, like, North America was India, because they didn't think it was on the other side. Because, I mean, there was really no way for them to know. No one's, like, not no one. People live there. But, like, England has never sailed out that far, so there was no way of knowing because, like, they had to go there and then live and then, like, jot things down and then go back. It was like, it makes sense why they thought the earth was flat because it's like a perspective thing. Because, like, today we have like satellite images that show us what the like, but like back then they didn't really have any of that. Like, for a while they thought the planets revolved around the earth, and it wasn't until like Galileo like had a telescope really looked out there, and they thought he was like a heretic and this tried to kill him. But and also a lot of it is like cultural and just things, because like I said, like the Spanish Inquisition, they were following the church doctrine. For some reason, the church doctrine that the earth was the center, and anything that went against their teachings was a heretic, or whatever. But yeah, looking with like today's thing, it's easy to like forget that back then they just they just didn't have the technology that we have. So honestly, it's kind of amazing that they were able to like go around and do shit. In my opinion, like, I oh my god, I probably would not survive being on a ship for that long. Like, I was a little stir crazy when I was on my cruise. Imagine, and that was only like 6 days. Imagine being on a ship for literal months. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Like, not like a cruise ship, because like cruise ships like cushy um and stuff. Like a old timey sailing ship where everyone was crammed together and people ate hardtack and shit, I would not survive. I don't know what the battery is at when I started. I just switched to the other one. No, my model just has like a swaying animation always. But yeah, so talking about things happening at the same time. Let's see. Like Martin Luther King Jr., Anne Frank, and Barbara Walters were all born in 1929. Like that is a wild thing to think about. Like those three people were born in the exact same year. All right, I think I've already finished my tea a while ago, but I have 100 to finish. We are going. Wait, I can never remember. Never remember which channel it is. Oh, oh, oh. None of those. Okay. Ah, there it is. All right, so we are going to raid my friend. Um. Ah! Sorry, I'm struggling. Okay, so we are going to raid my. Uh, I gotta do things in a certain way during these streams because uh it's because my setup is weird. Okay, so I will hopefully be on tomorrow if they don't fucking. Oh shit! I didn't mean to turn on followers on. Do my read. But yeah, thank you for watching. I will hopefully tomorrow. But yeah, have a good day, night, or whatever, and I'll see you next time.